up everyone? This is Eden and welcome to another video. This is going to be part 4 of my Creating Habits series. If you haven't seen the first 3, I will link them all below. They kind of build off of each other, and what this series is about is finding the right ways to create lifelong and sustainable habits that will work for you, and how to actually rewire the brain chemistry of our minds so that we can start to actively and regularly engage in healthy habits. So many of us go throughout our day-to-day lives doing things that we do on autopilot. We pick up a coffee every single day. We sit in a desk all day long. We repeatedly bite our nails when we're nervous. We unwind with a glass of wine every single night. Whatever it is that you're doing on autopilot, I want to help you switch that and find a way that's going to change how you act in certain situations and benefit your higher self so you can be the best version of yourself that you can be. And if you guys are new to this channel, like I said already, my name is Eden. I would love it if you join the family. On this channel, we talk a lot about health and wellness, veganism, and topics related to the vegan community, how to manifest the life that you want, and ultimately how to become the best version of yourself that you can be. And without further ado, the topic speaks for itself. Today we're going to talk about how to use reverse psychology to disrupt our brain chemistry and start to make changes in our lives that will stick. Ooh. So if you guys have seen my past videos leading up in this series, you know that I write a lot in my phone. I usually like to go on walks around my neighborhood and take notes on my phone while listening to podcasts. And anything that pops into my head along the way, I will just take note of it, jot it down, and then I'll elaborate on it later. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I have a lot of good information to share with you guys, and I hope that you'll take some of it into consideration. So without further ado, I'm going to start reading from this. And again, if anything pops into my head along the way, then I'll be sure to let you know, and I'll just say it anyways. So first of all, this is all going to be about mindset. And the first tip that I want to tell you guys to do, and this is something that helped me overcome my binge eating disorder, and this is something that I would say is in the top 3 things that I use to keep me on the right track of creating a positive habit and not, in a sense, relapsing into my old ways. So when I was a chronic binge eater, if there was a day or 2 that went by when I didn't do that, I would always think to myself and tell myself, wow, I can't believe I just accomplished this. I'm cured. I'm better, blah, blah, blah. But that was a really bad thing to do, because the second that I went back into the habit of doing that, or the second that I guess relapsed in a sense, I would feel way worse about myself than if I had just accepted my progress and kept moving forward instead of just assuming that it was all fixed. I did that for so long, and I know it sounds like something small, but it really did mess up my mental game on such an extreme level. So what I want to tell you guys to do is, or give you a suggestion rather, is to never assume that the process is over. Remember, health is a process, not a destination. And once again, this doesn't have to be for health. I'm just using that as a general example. You can use this for any habit that you are trying to create, even if it's something as simple as meal prepping or spending more time with family. Always think of it as a process that is a never-growing process. If you stop learning, you start dying, and that's just what it is. So think of all these situations as a tool and say, I'm getting to where I want to go, but there's always something I can do to become a better version of myself that I can be. So I learned that never again will I say, I'm cured or I'm healed. Even to this day, I don't say it's over forever. I will never binge eat again, because in reality, if that does happen again, I don't want to have that pressure on my shoulders and quite frankly hate myself for it. We want to learn forgiveness in this process. So if something doesn't work out your way, that's fine. If anything, it's an opportunity to learn. Next thing. So what we really want to practice is the experimentation of pattern disruptors. Like I said, we're all constantly doing something on autopilot, and that's for dang sure. So those are all habits that we've created. But we want to slowly implement other things into our routine to disrupt what we do without even thinking about it, if that makes sense, to keep our minds active and constantly changing. After a while, we'll get used to doing the thing that we really did want to do to begin with, and it will become habit to do something good. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but it's basically a circle, I guess. I'm gonna start reading from this. I'm gonna switch the gun a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about something a little bit different, but still on the same topic of mindset and changing our mindsets. But this is more mindset based and positive thinking based, and how that is the number one thing that will make or break anything that you're trying to create in your life. Mindset. So what we really want to focus on is switching all of our negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And I know you've heard this a million times before, but I want to get a little deeper into it and explain how to, why it's important, and what exactly you can do. So with that being said, I'm going to read a little bit of the notes that I jotted down in my phone today while I was on a walk, and then I'll elaborate on them as I go. If you write, and this is just an example, if you write, don't write the negative things, only write the positive. The point is to focus on the positive and uplifting aspects of your life and develop a mindset that begins to continuously think about the positive side of every situation and not the negative, which is what we often do on a regular basis. We are so used to beating ourselves up for everything. And we really need to take a step back and look at all the positive things that we've accomplished in our lives in that day specifically, especially if we've had a bad day that day. Take a step back and think about the things that you have accomplished that day rather than everything that you didn't get done. I'm a victim of this. I'm so mean to myself. This is why a lot of people do the 5-minute journal, because it forces you to reflect on the good and not the bad. It's almost like we feel weird when we aren't having negative thoughts of some sort, or we are incredibly happy. We begin to think things like, oh, things are too good right now. What's going to happen that's bad? Obviously something bad is in store. As if we know that something shitty is about to take over. But you know what? That's how life works. It's up and down. I sure as hell know a lot of people who think this way, but why not try it this way instead? If something not so pleasant happens and you're not sure what to do next, try thinking to yourself, all right, something good must be on the way. Reverse psychology. So this is exactly where changing the sentence or changing the way you think can really help you, because over time, after catching yourself in these negative mindsets and just switching the way that it's worded, eventually your mind will pick up on only the positives. So just like this example, instead of saying, oh, so many good things are happening right now, I can't wait, something bad has to be on the way, because we don't want to believe that it's going to be good forever. Well, it's not going to be. So how about if something not pleasant happens, just think to yourself, I guess something good must be in store. Think of it as a learning curve and be open-minded and optimistic about what could be to come. And you will be tricking your mind into subconsciously searching for something good that's going to be right around the corner. So you will be more likely to have something positive happen to you, because you will be looking at more situations and trying to find the happiness within them. I hope that makes sense. Rephrase the negative annotation and turn it into a good thing. Then you'll be on the looks for any sense of positivity and positive energy. And that mindset alone will make it more likely to happen. Positivity and belief are two keys to manifestation. And if the only thing good that follows a bad situation is a lesson learned, shit, that's a lesson learned. That means that you now know what not to do next time, which also means you're one step closer to reaching your goals. It's not really a bad thing if you think it's all good. I lost my place. And I'm not saying push your negative feelings aside to only focus on the positive, but what I am saying is that you can switch the way you look at these negative situations and make them positive and turn them into something that can benefit you and your own growth. For example, if you're not feeling so great one morning, or your morning isn't off to a good start and you're trying to journal your thoughts, instead of writing, today is off to a shitty start and this and this and this just happened. Try shifting your mindset in the direction of analyzing the situation. So thinking, I'm feeling bad. Why? And what opportunities can this bring me today? What can I do today to set myself up for success instead of dwelling on what I cannot change? Once you begin catching these negative thoughts and feelings, you are able to take a second look at them and decide how you can move forward. Does that make sense? And I do want to emphasize that you don't want to push your negative feelings to the back burner. In fact, with an open mind and a non-judgmental mind, allow your negative emotions to come forth and simply lay them next to you and ask them, what are we going to do now? You're right here. What has caused you to be here? And what can I do moving forward? That way, you are physically putting on paper something empowering and something you can strive for. And I know that you'll want to strive for that. Why? Because nobody wants to be a sad sack all day, and our egos will sure step in and say, well, of course I can do that. Or duh, I'm totally capable of that. In fact, I will do that. So make that in the equation, make the that in the equation something positive. So if you start thinking about these bad situations and analyzing how you can make them better or how you can learn from them, that's going to be something that you strive to do. Because we always want to be in control and we always want to know what's happening next. How can you assure that you get them done? How can you keep your sanity and positive mindset? Even if you're not having the best of days, push through and use reverse psychology to switch any bad situation into a good one. But also, don't forget it's okay to cry sometimes. Sometimes we all need a little bit of talk therapy. And that's okay too. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I may have done a little bit of rambling, but I'm pretty sorry. Once again, my camera died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do rambling in every single video, but I will, once again, I'll link videos 1 through 3 down below. They all build off of each other, and at the end of this series, I'm going to put everything together in a PDF downloaded file that you can all have and start to work on creating the habits that you really want in your life and start making your dreams come true. All right, guys, I'll see you later.